Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Russell, AmbeRussell. Make sure you guys subscribe at the top, thumbs up the video, leave a comment at the bottom. Watch previous videos and stay tuned what we have in the future. So last night was the 2011 BET Awards, and it started off with a bang. Mary J. Blige opened up the show, and she performed a couple of her classics. She tried to dance, her voice sounded kind of tired by the end of it, and her dance was kind of stiff, was kind of off. But I love to see Mary do it, and she always does it great. She always does it like how she always used to do it. And it was a surprise, she brought Anita Baker out to perform with her, and she performed one of Anita Baker's classic songs. It's kind of disappointing at the red carpet they had the Centric Award handed out instead of actually at the actual ceremony. I think it's sort of degrading that person that wins it, like saying like, oh, this award is not good enough for you to win it on the stage or get to accept it on the stage. Chris Brown was the big winner last night. He won for Viewer's Choice, which was a big controversy. They were saying that he didn't win it, and they said that Rihanna and Drake were supposed to win it, and Drake comes out and takes the award, but then, according to Media Takeout, they said that when Chris Brown went backstage, him and his goons went up to the execs, and like, oh, this award belongs to me, blah, blah, blah. And so the BET people said, let's give it to Chris Brown. Chris Brown wants the trophy for himself. But then Kevin Hart said that, oh, Chris Brown won it, blah, 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 here's this, that, and third. My thing is this. It seemed as though BET did it on purpose because they wanted to have a little moment to have people talk about the next day at the water cooler type thing. And I feel bad for the girl who introduced the award because it makes her look stupid when she was doing her job, which was just was on the little tablet. Anyways, Chris Brown won also Video of the Year, R&B Singer. He also won Best Collaboration and Pandemonium Award. I understand what the Pandemonium Award is. It's kind of stupid. It's kind of pointless regardless if the win or whatever. I don't see why they even have it. Kevin Hart wasn't that funny last night. He normally is much more funnier in his own little shows, but I guess he can't command the whole stage and the whole award show aura that's going on. I think that either Pretty Girl Rock or Runaway by Kanye West should have won for Video of the Year. Especially Runaway was like a 30-minute long movie. So I understand why that didn't win over Chris Brown. Look at Me Now. I think the song's really good. I don't think the video is that great. Best New Artist went to Wiz Khalifa. He kissed AmbeRussell. He was showing his affection to her. A lot of people are saying you should have an album out if you're going to be nominated for Best New Artist. My thing is this. Nicki Minaj didn't have an album out last year, and yet she still won for Best New Artist. She also won this year Best Female Hip Hop, which wasn't a surprise, but she was throwing a little bit of shade and trying to make fun at the fact that she won by saying, oh, I'm so surprised, I'm so shocked. That's throwing shade because it's like saying, oh, I expected it, I already knew it, and you other people are losers, I'm a winner, and it's just not classy. It just shows that she doesn't really have too much care for other people and their feelings. And they were saying, Media Tech also said that she was going to perform with Lil' Kim and Squash the Beat. That obviously didn't happen. Nicki Minaj was not that great of a performer anyway to begin with. When she was at the Billboard Music Awards, she was kind of stiff. She had a microphone down here. Her backing track was really loud as well. Kelly Rowland, she performed with Trey Songz. I wish she had her own little set, but she performed. She did an excellent job. She was sexy. She was cool with it, and she was like, no, fuck this. Let me take my shirt off. Let me take my jacket off. She didn't take that hat off, though. Was the hair attached to it? I'm not sure. But she was great. She was sexy. She was grinding on the stage. I thought she was going to do a little bit of Janet Jackson. I Get So Lonely. That's what the kind of aura that the feel she gave with me with the outfit and all that stuff and the grinding. But she did an excellent job. Her and Trey Songz were sexy on the stage together. And she did an excellent job. I wish she had her own thing, though. But, Motivation is kind of a slow song. But again, she did an excellent job. She killed that performance. Beyonce also killed her performance. She had her performance itself was recorded a couple of hours before it actually aired. But she did an excellent job. I'm glad she did 2 songs and not just one. I thought that she might have done like a little mashup just for the BET audience and just make it more BET-esque with a bunch of songs she had released. But hey, she did a good job with that. But I still understand why she was nominated for Best Female R&B since her single wasn't even played that much on BET at all. It wasn't even in the top 100 videos of the year for BET. Also, Rihanna, she didn't win anything, I don't believe. Beyonce didn't win anything. Carrie Hilson didn't win anything. Jennifer Hudson actually won for Best Female R&B Singer, which they did not announce during the actual award ceremony, which is kind of confusing. They have all this time. They go over a half an hour every single year, and yet they still don't have enough time to announce that award. But I thought Carrie Hilson should have gotten it, but I'm glad Rihanna didn't get it because she really is not too much R&B. I was on Billboard. I looked at her stats for her songs that went on the Billboard R&B chart, and they weren't that great. She had only one #1 on the charts as a solo act, and a lot of them, half of them didn't even chart in the top 20. They were lower than that. So she really isn't that much of an R&B singer, more as a pop singer who does a couple of R&B songs. I mean, Rude Boy only went to #2, as well as What's My Name and Umbrella went only to like #4, I believe, on the charts, R&B charts, which all went to #1 on the Hot 100. So that just shows that she isn't really too much R&B as much as a pop singer. Willow and Jaden both won the awards together. It was nice to see that they both shared it. One went to one person, the other one went to the other person for the music, other one for the acting. And yet it was still the same award, the young youth thing, whatever. Kanye West won for Best Hip Hop Male. I'm disappointed he wasn't there. I hate when people don't show up to award shows. It's like when you are being honored, you're not there to take in your prize. It's kind of slap in the face to the people. And even if you're not nominated, show support to your peers, because a lot of them don't get that recognition from the mainstream people. It just seems really disrespectful when you don't show up to an award, especially when you win. Especially when you are open and you have an open schedule and you can go there. If Rihanna's able to tweet during the award show, she should be able to go to that award show and, just congratulate the people who won or lose or whatever. Other performers, Alicia Keys did an amazing job as well. She performed a song called Typewriter, a couple of other classic songs from her. And she did an excellent job with Typewriter, which was a song I believe she wrote when she was about 16, 17 years old. She was on the piano dancing and stuff, almost like when she was with the Prince honoring tribute last year, but she wasn't doing too much with it. She did a great job. I like the little setup of the stage and the lighting and the people on the high risers playing the instrument. Tyler LaBelle's tribute was excellent, well done, and I'm glad to see that she actually performed, because Diana Ross a couple of years didn't perform herself, she just talked. I'm happy to see that Patty performed, but obviously she did not kick her shoes off. I guess she was like, whoa, these shoes cost way too much for me to be kicking out to the audience. And C.L. Green, he was kind of different with this thing, but it made Patty laugh, so it's really good that if she laughed, then that's good that she enjoyed what he was doing. Chris Brown performed. I like how he had Busta Rhymes come out, and Busta was doing the fast thing, nice and good. But I understand how Chris Brown's performance ended. He did an excellent job with the choreography. He was singing live, but then when it came time for the end of it, it was kind of like, is it done? Do we clap? Do you sit down? Is it over? Is it still going on? That's where his performance left me kind of it was okay. It wasn't nothing too spectacular. His dancing was really well, but the actual performance itself wasn't anything special besides for Busta Rhymes coming out. Drake, he performed I'm On One, the DJ Khaled song with Rick Ross, who actually was on the stage like 3 or 4 times. I think there should be a limit on how many times you should be able to perform or present or do anything on the award show. But he was on the stage 3 times. He performed I'm On It with Drake, Lil Wayne, and DJ Khaled was on there too as well. And I just don't like whenever Drake, he has a song where he has to sing. I never heard him sing once. Only heard him sing I'm Find Your Love once, and it wasn't good at all. So that really makes me think, is he like just a studio singer? If that's the case, he shouldn't sing at all. Because if you're going to go on stage and not sing it, he was lip-syncing the part. You could tell that when the mic came on, because when he started rapping, the mic was lower than the actual backing track. Drake was only lip-syncing the singing parts, or he was yelling it. So it almost seemed as though he's just studio singer and not someone sings live. So if he wants to just be a studio singer, he shouldn't sing at all. Rick Ross, he should put a shirt on. I mean, people are talking about me saying I have man moves in one of the videos I have previously uploaded, but I mean, he's disgusting looking. His gut was singing out. He needs to keep his shirt on at all times if necessary. And also with his performance that he did by himself, he should have had Drake and Chrisette Michele, because he was basically walking across the stage back and forth until his rapping part started up. And I understand why Big Sean performed, because he was dry, he was dead, there was no excitement. Almost seemed as though they just like, Chris Brown, can you please just go on stage with him? Like, he just gave his performance life, and that didn't bring enough to the table. Let's see what else happened. Nicki Minaj, she didn't perform. I was surprised at that, even though I'm not a big Nicki Minaj performing fan. She does too much lip syncing, too much not really great dancing, and her backing track always is way too loud, and she just gives you facial expressions. But it seems as though they were milking Nicki Minaj and Justin Bieber because they had to both go out and present an award, which was pointless with the stupid stands out there, which were like just like random people that they pulled out, not the audience, to come out and just put on 2 pink wigs and here's the Justin Bieber signs, and they didn't seem like they even were interested in neither of them. Let's see, who else won? Mary, they won for Best Gospel. I liked how Tony and her sisters, they all sung together. They were excellent. They have a beautiful voice. I really do hope Tony and her sisters do come out with the album together, and not just Tony, not the Braxtons featuring Tony Braxton on 2 or 3 songs. I like a couple of the tributes to the people who passed away. That was a good idea, way to incorporate and celebrate in their deaths. And just having it go nice and fast and easy, and just go right to each person and acknowledge each person for a good amount of time. And have us, remember their contributions to black music and the black community. It was nice to see Chris Brown sing live for a change. It seems like that's something he's going to try to do, is step up more often with his performances, especially because he was dancing a lot. But then he started to dance a lot more and started lip syncing. That's just what Chris Brown normally does anyways. I understand why Carrie Hilson didn't perform. I wish she had won something for Pretty Girl Rock. I feel as though she was probably a much more better contender than, Jennifer Hudson, because Jennifer Hudson's song wasn't really played too much on BET, whereas Carrie Hilson's Pretty Girl Rock was. This was a good time for Carrie to promote another song, a new song, because she's been performing that song forever, and when she does get the opportunity, she doesn't take the opportunity to perform her own song, rather she just announces an award. So I wish Carrie had performed, and I don't know, that's it. So how do you guys feel about the BET Awards? Are there any moments that you liked or that you missed or that you're excited about? And tell me guys in the comment at the bottom. Please thumb up this video and subscribe to the show if it's your first time watching. And this is AmbeRussell.